Hello. Please hit like button and subscribe my channel. Also press bell icon for future video notifications. Thanks.
There is a growing consensus among scientists as well as national and local governments representing hundreds of millions of people, that humanity faces a climate crisis that demands a crisis response. New research from the University of California, San Diego explores one possible mode of response, a massively funded program to deploy direct air capture (DAC) systems that the findings reveal such a program could reverse the rise in global temperature well before 2100, but only with immediate and sustained investments from governments and firms to scale up the new technology. The scale of the effort needed just to achieve the Paris Agreement goals of holding average global temperature rise below 2 degrees Celsius is massive. The study, published in Nature Communications, assesses how crisis-level government funding on direct air capture, on par with government spending on wars or pandemics, would lead to deployment of a fleet of DAC plants that would collectively remove CO2 from the atmosphere. DAC is substantially more expensive than many conventional mitigation measures, but costs could fall as firms gain experience with the technology, said first author Ryan Hanna, assistant research scientist at UC San Diego. In times of crisis, such as war or pandemics, many barriers to policy expenditure and implementation are eclipsed by the need to mobilize aggressively. Emergency deployment of direct air capture. The study calculates the funding. Cumulatively, the program would remove 570 to 840 gigatons of CO2 from 2025 to 2100, which falls within the range of CO2 removals that IPCC scenarios suggest will be needed to meet Paris targets. Even with such a massive program, the globe would see temperature rise of 2.4 to 2.5 C in the year 2100 without further cuts in global emissions below current trajectories. Exploring the reality of a fleet of CO2 scrubbers in the sky. According to the authors, DAC has attributes that could prove attractive to policymakers if political pressures continue to mount to act on climate change, yet cutting emissions remains incertain. From the Civil War to Operation Warp Speed, the authors estimate the financial resources that might be available for emergency deployment of direct air capture, in excess of $1 trillion per year, based on previous spending the U.S. has made in times of crisis. The authors then build a bottom-up deployment model that constructs, operates and retires successive vintages of DAC scrubbers, given available funds and the rates at which direct air capture technologies might improve with time. They link the technological and economic modeling to climate models that calculate the effects of these deployments on atmospheric CO2 concentration level and global mean surface. With massive financial resources committed to DAC, the study finds that the ability of the DAC industry to scale up is the main factor limiting CO2 removal from the atmosphere. Nevertheless, they note that the long-term vision for combating climate requires taking negative emissions seriously. Please support my channel to grow by pressing subscribe button and the bell icon. We will notify you technological news. Thank you.